Hey Posse, welcome back to another video, and today's video is another what is it like. So if you guys want to know what is it like to be a YMCA counselor, then keep on watching. I figure I should do a video like this just for the simple fact that it is beginning to be summertime. We're graduating, getting out of school, and a lot of people are going to be looking for summer jobs. And a lot of people, definitely younger kids, tend to find out as a counselor at their local public situation like a YMCA or a Boys and Girls Club or what have you. So I kind of want to let you guys know before you guys get hired or thinking about applying, exactly what is it like to work at a YMCA or just being a counselor in general. What is it like? A typical day. I actually worked at a YMCA counselor. I was a counselor for the dance and cheerleading side for girls. So we was actually in a whole different facility than the actual YMCA. We was like all the way like 2 miles down the road. And it's like abandoned lookish. It really wasn't abandoned looking, but it was like cut off from everywhere. Little gym like thing. So that's where we was at, and it was literally just us, the little kid counselors or whatever. Not really kids, we was like college students, but and the actual kids, we were teaching ages between 8 and 15 years old. So we literally had like a wide range of kids. So we literally have like 50 girls, and then they also had a guys side where they taught football and basketball, and it was 50 guys. So literally one side of the building was girls, other side of the building was guys. It was all one building though. Like there was no extra doors where you can go and knock on the guy's side. No, it was a gym. A gym, no bleachers, no nothing. They literally had like the school tables, the little long tables. They have the little line. Had the long tables, one long line over here for the girls and another long line over here for the guys. So that's exactly how it looks. I cannot make this up. Now, the typical day, we had 2 shifts. So we had a morning shift that worked from like 7 to 12, and then we had a evening shift that worked from 12 to 6 basically. So I worked the evening shift from 12 to 6. So I had the kids when they were good and up. The first shift was kind of easier because the kids were still kind of sleepy. You know, the kids really wasn't woke yet. You know, when I got them, they was hyper. They was up then. So, so that's when I had the kids. I would say the typical day, like again, the typical day is you got the 2 shifts. So my shift was the evening. So what we literally did, we did lunch. I came in right at lunch. As soon as lunch started, we did lunch. Then we did nap time. After we did nap time, we did our breakout sessions where the girls, counselors taught the girls how to a new cheer and dance routine, because at the end of the summer they had to recite and perform that routine in front of the whole YMCA facility, faculty, and the parents. So we actually have to teach them something because they have to go back and say, oh, this is what my child has been doing all summer. So you have to actually teach them. So we did that. After that, we played a game, and then they sat back down and waited till they ride to come get them. That's basically how it worked. So I feel like working with kids, definitely in that type of facility, you have to be mindful. You have to show your kids tough love, because depending on your area and where your YMCA and facility or whatever type of counseling job you may have, you may deal with a lot of unfortunate kids. And when I say unfortunate, I would say kids who are taken away from their families, meaning foster kids. So a lot of times tough love go into play. With my facility that I worked for, we had, I would say, over 70% foster kids. So with that, you're dealing with a lot of bad kids, sorry to say, because, and it depends, because some foster homes literally love and care for the kids, which is why they have the foster homes, because they want to give these kids the love and support they are neglecting from their actual parents. But then you have other foster kids or foster parents who really just take it as many kids as they can to just get a check, and they don't care about the kids. And unfortunately, a lot of those kids deal with that. So you have a lot of bad kids because they really don't have nobody to discipline them. So that's what we dealt with in mind. I'm not saying all foster kids are like this, so please don't put words in my mouth. In my situation, we dealt with a lot of that. So we had to do tough love. So you have to be disciplined. You have to really be disciplinary. When I did my counseling, I loved it. I would never try to change anything. I love my kids, even though how bad they were. I still love the kids that I actually were teaching, because they taught me a lot about myself, and they also taught me my limits and what I could actually do. I never in a million years thought I could be able to discipline over 50 kids or literally 100 by myself, you know. So they taught me a lot. My typical day would leave with a headache every day because the other counselors did not know how to discipline the kids. So those kids literally ran over them too. So they didn't run over me, thank God, because I was going to have that. No, that was that. We also, when our counseling thing, we had camp names, counselor camp names. So they didn't know me by Miss Whitley Janae. They knew me by Miss Wonderful. So that was my camp name. I got my notes. Like I said, my job duties was basically, again, teaching and discipline. And I treated my kids too. So when they did stuff well, I gave them treats and candy and stuff like that. So also, just make sure that you give your kids the love and respect that they want. You treat them, you discipline them, you treat them right, they'll give you the same respect in return. And when you don't, and you're just gonna boss them around all day and then don't do nothing for them, they're not gonna let you, you know. So make sure that you're actually treating these kids like they actually are human beings, and don't be too nice. Like I said, don't be too nice where you're a pushover, because then you're gonna be so frustrated when it's actually time for you to actually discipline them, and then they're not going to listen to you. So don't be a pushover. Stand tall and stand your ground. My pros of the job, I would say, with my counseling, I didn't have, again, people hovering my back. We did, but my con would be I really didn't have a break. So we didn't have like a lunch break or whatever. Like, we literally worked that whole entire time. Like 12 to 6 was when I worked. There was no, oh, let me leave and go take a break. Like, that was none of that. We didn't have that. So I would say that was a con. But honestly, I love my kids, so I had fun. I was laughing at my children because they was so bad. It was like to the point where I can't even get mad at you no more. Like, I just laugh at you. But so I would say pros is almost everything for me. I love the job. I love working with kids. I think they're fun. I think they're entertaining at a fault. I would say the cons is working with the ones who you have to discipline because they're not really being disciplined. And that's pretty much it. My advice to you is that if you are wanting to work at a camp or counseling or do any type of summer job like that, make sure that you know what you're getting into. You are working with children, so if you don't really like children, I really wouldn't recommend you doing it, because I don't think you will love it. Because if so, they will make your hair hurt. If they're bad, they're gonna make your hair hurt. I literally left with a headache every day. I also bought a whistle because I was sick of screaming. So, but I mean, you just got to be patient. If you're not willing to be patient, I would say don't apply for a job like that. And if you don't like kids, then don't apply for a job like that. But if you're passionate about kids and you're passionate about whatever you're teaching, because I love cheer and dance, I was like, why not? You know, this is what I love. I could teach somebody else how to do this. And also being patient to know that, okay, no matter who they are, what type of talent they have, you got to be patient to teach these kids. Because even with my cheerleading dance, almost every single girl in there was stiff. So I had to make my chair stiff to match them. But hey, we had it. We got it. We did a little two-step in there. So they had it. My hiring process wasn't too bad because I had friends there before. So it wasn't really hard for me to do it, to get hired on. And also my hiring process was typically easy as well because mine was a cheerleading and dance camp, and I did cheerleading and dance in high school and college, so I was more than qualified to do the job. So my hiring process was pretty much easy. I don't remember it to the T, but it was pretty much easy. So I feel like if you have the passion and if you show that you really care about kids, I don't see why you wouldn't get hired. I don't think that working as a counselor is a hard process. Just make sure you know, obviously you gotta do a drug test and a background check and stuff like that. So as long as that's clean, then you should be fine. And if you're not like a pedophile or something, then you know, you should be fine. That is it. If you guys have any questions about being a counselor, or if you want to know a little bit more in depth about me being a summer counselor for kids, and comment down below. And if you have been a counselor before, comment down below and let me know how your experience was, and also so everybody else can know how your experience was so they can use your advice as well. Maybe mine is not enough, so comment you guys down below too. And yes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because I upload twice a week and I want to make sure that you actually get my next notification once I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching my What Is It Like, and until next time, bye Possies.